Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 13 of Season 4 here at Newcastle. This is the end of the season video. This is the end of the series video. We'll round up how we did in this final year at Newcastle and also have a look at basically what we achieved throughout the course of our 4 seasons in the northeast of England. The series that replaces this will be the career mode RTG with Cambridge United. We'll also be continuing the My Player series. However, I'm contemplating not making it quite so regular to introduce the Alphabet Challenge and the Achieve and Leave series. Plenty of new content coming on the channel over the next few days, weeks and months, hopefully, here on FIFA 19 as we try and start 2019 with a bang. As you see this, I'm currently moving house. This may or may not be the last video on the channel for a couple of days until I get my setup moved from one house to the other and I'm back up and running again, but hopefully I'll be able to get everything done and dusted and reset up in time to continue up with the daily uploads. But feel free to follow me on Twitter in the description down below, or on the link in the description down below, and you'll be able to stay up to date with everything that is going on with me and the channel on a more live basis, obviously, rather than just waiting for one video or 2 videos every single day. So let's crack on. How did we do this season? Well, as you can see on screen, Marcus Rashford won the Golden Boot, but we won the Premier League by a point from Liverpool, thanks to them drawing 1-0 with Derby County. Thank you, Derby. Liverpool 2nd, United 3rd, Spurs 4th, Arsenal 5th, City and Chelsea 7th. Wolves, Leicester and Blackburn got relegated, unfortunately for them. The FA Cup was frustrating for us. We were knocked out by Bournemouth in the 5th round in a replay. We 1-0 up. They equalised in the 90th minute and then scored again in the 116th and knocked us out, unfortunately. They then went and got battered by Everton, who went through to the final but lost on penalties. An all-Merseyside FA Cup final that was won by the Red Half. The Carabao Cup, however, we won. A double for us this season. 3-2 over Huddersfield Town. Delighted with that. Pre-season tournament we're not too fussed about. UEFA Super Cup won by Tottenham. Congratulations to them. I think they won the Champions League for back-to-back seasons, actually, Tottenham. The Champions League this year, however, was won by Paris Saint-Germain. We were knocked out at the quarter-final stage. It's getting destroyed by City. I think the less we reminisce about that particular game, the better. City then lost to PSG on penalties. Sorry, rephrase, on aggregate. And Real Madrid won 2-0 against Juventus on aggregate, but it was the French that came out on top. Paris Saint-Germain win the Champions League for the first time in a very long time. Europa League was a competition that we were in Season 3 and got knocked out of in the round of 32 thanks to Borussia Dortmund, unfortunately. It was Manchester, wow, an all-English Europa League final, and it was Manchester United that won out against Chelsea. Congratulations to them. Wow, they battered Monaco and Chelsea battered Hoffenheim. It was always going to be United-Chelsea in the final, but fair play. Oh, the World Cup is ongoing, actually, as we are right now. Netherlands are currently, well, it's a surprise to see them qualify for a World Cup or an international competition with the way that they've been going in the past 2 or 3 competitions. England 2nd in the group with a game to play, Colombia and then Hungary. France, Paraguay, Romania, Mexico. Uruguay, Germany, Slovenia, New Zealand. Turkey, Brazil, India, Greece. India at the World Cup. Congratulations, lads. Belgium, Northern Ireland, Egypt and Scotland. Italy, South Africa, Poland and the US of A. Czech Republic, Spain, Ivory Coast and Australia. And Argentina, Cameroon, Austria, Sweden. They're the groups. Who do you think would win the World Cup of those teams? I couldn't tell you, to be honest. If I can, I'll advance to next season and try and find out who won the World Cup, and I'll splice it in here. This is how the World Cup ended then. England won their group, Netherlands 2nd, Colombia also on 6 points, went out. France through in the group with Paraguay coming 2nd on goal difference ahead of Mexico. Uruguay and Germany through from their group. Brazil and Greece through ahead of Turkey. Belgium and Egypt through. All 3 of the sides that weren't Belgium all finished on 2 points. Unfortunately for Northern Ireland and Scotland, they went out. Italy and South Africa go through from their group. Spain won all 3 of theirs. Czech Republic were through as well. Argentina topped their group. Round of 16. England 3, Paraguay 1. Yay. Uruguay 0, Greece 2. Shock. Belgium 4, South Africa 0. Spain 5, Cameroon 0. France beat the Netherlands. Brazil beat Germany. Italy 2, Egypt 0. Argentina 4, Czech Republic 0. England 3, Greece 0. Yay. Belgium 2, Spain 2. Belgium won on penalties. The Brazilians beat the French. And the Italians beat the Argentines. Semi-finals is blank for some reason. Third, okay. Why are you doing this? Why you do this? Semi-finals, England 3, Belgium 1. Yay! Italy 1, Brazil 0. Third place playoff, Belgium finished third in the World Cup. They beat Brazil by 2 goals. Still in the final, England 2, Italy 2. Italy won 5-4 on penalties. Congratulations, Italy. England don't win the World Cup. So, other big leagues around Europe. Well, let's start with in England, shall we? Brighton won the championship by a point from Fulham, who were 4 points clear of Leeds. Cardiff, Forest and Wednesday will all round out the playoffs. Relegated from the championship were Bolton, Preston and Rotherham. Going up from League One to the championship, Sheffield United and Portsmouth automatically. One of Peterborough, MK Dons, Plymouth and Millwall via the playoffs. Relegated were Accrington, Notts County, Bristol Rovers and Crewe. Promoted from League Two, Oxford, Wimbledon and Oldham Athletic. Then one of Dillingham, Rochdale, Forest Green and Lincoln in the playoffs. Cambridge, 20th. Well, when we start the career mode RTG, I would like to very much get promoted in the first season. There's not much to work with regards to the Cambridge United squad to start off with, but hopefully that's what's going to make it the road to glory. Lyon win in France, actually, and by a margin too, by 14 points ahead of Paris Saint-Germain. That's a big surprise, very big surprise to see that happen there in France. In Germany, Dortmund went Bayern in 4th. Shocks all round in the big leagues in Europe. Newcastle win the Premier League, Lyon win in France, Dortmund win in Germany and Bayern at only 4th. In Serie A, status quo resumes, Juventus win by a margin, and in Spain, Atleti win by 9 points, actually, from Barcelona, who were a further 6 ahead of Real Madrid. Poor season for Real Madrid. 7 games lost. That's pretty unacceptable for a Real Madrid team. We'll have a look at player stats quickly. Our very own Marcus Rashford won the Golden Boot with 23 goals in 34 games. Mane gave him the closest run for his money. They were 20 and 37. If Anthony Martial had played more games, he might well have given Rashford a bit of a closer push, but other than that, no one else really came close. We've got Draxler, Philip and Lozano all there on 12 goals. Considering Maximilian Philip didn't play that regularly for me, 12 goals is still a very good season for him. We've got Vinicius there on 11 as well, and Ndombele on 9. We did score a number of goals this season. Unsurprisingly, because we scored as many goals as we did, a number of Newcastle players up there with the top assisters in the league, although Tammy Abraham slotting himself in joint second with Vinicius Junior on 11. You've got Rashford down there as well in 12th with 7. The other Newcastle players there. Yes, and Ndombele with 5. Clean sheets. Alisson, 18 clean sheets. By a margin. By a long way getting the Golden Glove. Jan Oblak only 11 clean sheets in 38 games. Dubravka certainly did better, has to be said. But, I don't know, where did we sell Dubravka to? Sporting Lisbon, I think it was, wasn't it? Board objectives for this season. We actually did better this year than we ordinarily or traditionally did. Youth development we didn't do, but brand exposure we did. We gained 176 million from shirt sales around about October, so that was easy. And we signed one crucial first team player assigned to a forward position, Vinicius. Financially, finished the season with a profit margin of £220 million. We're about to do that. And then within 3 seasons, increase the club worth of your club by 25%. We've completed that as well. Win the Premier League title. Ta very much. Reach the final of the FA Cup. Screw you, Manchester City. No, Bournemouth. Manchester City was the Champions League. Reach the final. Quarter-final stage only. Screw you, Manchester City. There we go. The final... Oh, wow. A profit margin of 468 million. Yes, we certainly are going to achieve the financial objective. Bloody hell. I didn't realise we'd actually had that big a financial margin. Let's have a quick look through the squad report then, and then we'll have a quick look and see how we did across the whole save rather than just this season. Lefevre out on loan at Metz has actually grown really well, up 3 to 72. Van Dam is up 5 to 76, continuing to grow off his own back. No training from me. Both of those goalkeepers have grown from early 60s to early to mid 70s, all of their own accord. Very, very good growth from them. Jan Oblak, no growth from him, but I liked Jan Oblak. I thought it was very, very good indeed. Shame he didn't keep as many clean sheets, but he kept less clean sheets, but we won the league. Dubravka kept more clean sheets, but we didn't win the league. So it's a toss-up, really. João Cancelo went up 1 to 86 this year. Wan-Bissaka up 2 to 81, although again we were training him throughout the year. Felipe Silveira up 1 to 63. Christopher Wagner up 2 to 81, although again we were training him throughout the year. Similarly with Guerrero up 2 to 75. Lascelles is 82. I think he's actually 83, but that's the current glitch that still hasn't been patched. Manuel Akanji up 2 to 85. Did see him up as high as 86. So again, the glitch knocking him down one, unfortunately, but rock solid centre-back. So good. Very highly recommend that you guys pick him up. Stefan de Vrij, 86 rated. We brought him in. He was brilliant for me whilst he played. Philip Max, no growth from him. Stayed at 80. No decline from me, though, at 28, which sometimes can happen. Ben Chilwell, no growth from him either. Toby Mitchell up 4 to 83. Our 5-star, 5-star. 6 goals, 4 assists in all competitions. He was really good. I'd love someone of his ability in the RTG that we're going to start. Similarly, Simone Bruno. I don't think he played for me. He didn't. But in an RTG series, he certainly would be getting plenty of first-team football. Technically, he's very, very good indeed. Perhaps would be more suited to a centre-mid spot or a cam spot than a right mid or a left mid because of his lack of pace and physicality. But very, very good stats. Elliot Phillips, 73 rated for him, up 5. Again, great technical stats. Julian Draxler, no growth for him, but no decline either. He got 22 goals and 17 assists in all competitions this season. Stunning from Julian Draxler. Ruben Loftus-Cheek got as high as 85, I think. Again, killed off by the glitch. 5 goals, 3 assists for him. Not as promising or not as successful a season for him on the field as last year. Didn't score as many goals. This guy, though, if you need a centre mid, buy him. Well, just don't even hesitate. Buy him. Incredible, Tanguy Ndombele. 15 goals, 8 assists in all competitions. One of my favourite players I've ever used in a central midfield position. He's so good. Zimmerman up 3 to 69. Congratulations, sir. Jeffrey Godogbia. Not as strong this year as he was last year. But certainly he and Ndombele made a good pairing once we moved Draxler up to cam. So he's still very good. Luis Mendoza up 3 to 76. Sergio Vega up 4 to 81. Now technically he's extremely good. Still with the help of trading though, of course. Declan Jackson up 5 to 73. Kennedy up 2 to 83. He and Jamal Lascelles are the only 2 remaining players from the original Newcastle squad at the very beginning of season number 1. Kennedy started as 76, I think, and he's grown throughout the save. Been absolutely brilliant for us. Didn't play as much this year as he did in previous seasons, but that was mainly because of the introduction of Vinicius. But Kennedy, very, very good player. Jan Roth, 78 rated, up 4 this year. He's good. I'd like someone similar to him in the RTG as well, but perhaps someone that's slightly better physically. Slightly stronger, slightly quicker, and with better balance, etc. But the thing that's going to kill me off in the RTG is stamina on everyone, basically, because they just don't get stamina for some reason, youngsters. Timo Kuhn up 3 to 69. Albert Berm up 5 to 81. Technically was trained, but physically he grew very well as well, and I didn't train that. At least I don't recall training that too much. So, very, very pleased with him. Lozano, 15 goals, 15 assists. He's incredible. You guys knew that before even thinking about how good a season. Oh, apologies for the obvious. Before even thinking about how good a season Chucky Lozano, or how good a player Chucky Lozano was. +4 for Lennart Schmitz. Maximilian Philip, less of an impact this season, but still 17 goals, 12 assists in all competitions. So he certainly still had a part to play. Was my highest goal scorer last year. Highest goal scorer this year, though, Marcus Rashford. 32 goals in 56 games, 8 assists as well, up to 88 rated. 88 rated, my highest rated player in my entire squad. Absolutely brilliant. Love Marcus Rashford. Vinicius Junior at 1 to 86. He did very well as well. 13 goals, 12 assists in all comps. Particularly impressed with him. Obviously grows really well throughout the career mode save. And Brandon Cook up 5 to 69. Didn't play? Didn't play. But 5-star weak foot on him. And again, I'd like... Some of the youngsters we got through in this save are very, very good. And if we can replicate players like that coming through in the RTG, I'll be very happy. Diogo Neves up to 71, all off his own back. I am going to, I think, I'll go through my youth policy when we actually get to the career mode RTG, shall we? Rather than dwelling on it here. So that's how things ended this season. But how did things end overall? In our entire career, we got 1 league title and 1 domestic cup over the course of 4 seasons. Our biggest win was 6-0 in a pre-season friendly. Our biggest defeat was 5-1. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning. Well, I know why I'm yawning. It's 1:45. We lost 5-1 to Bournemouth in January 2020. We also lost 5-1 to Southampton this season as well. Record transfer fee was £55 million, and I personally earned basically 12.9 million. That would be nice in real life. Of our 212 games played, we won 119. It's not the best win record, really. 42 drawn and 51 defeats. A goal difference of plus 156. 366 goals for, 210 against. We'll start in the first season. In 18-19, we paid 21.5 for Maximilian Philip. We finished 12th in the Premier League that season. We were alright, but we weren't incredible. But we weren't expecting to be incredible. And I was very pleased that we were so far away from the relegation zone, which was the main worry when we first started at Newcastle. In the second year, they wanted us to finish a Europa League spot, which we did. We were able to do that. We finished in 5th. So we qualified for Europe for the very first time in Season 2. Very, very poor in the cups, though. Domestic cups in Season 2. To be fair, we haven't done that well in Season 1. A round 4 replay knockout in the FA Cup. Quarterfinals in the Carabao Cup, but still didn't do that well in domestic cup competitions. Then in Season 3, we didn't do very well in any cups again. First knockout round in the Europa League. 4th round replay again in the FA Cup. 2nd round of the Carabao Cup. But we did finish 2nd in the league. We paid 43 million for Marcus Rashford. We sold Eduardo Salvio for £36 million, which at the time was controversial. Chucky Lozano came in, however, and absolutely lit the season up for us. However, Season 4 was certainly our best year. Winning the Premier League, winning the Carabao Cup. Oh my lord, it's 15 minutes until 2019. I've been recording videos all day to try and get ahead for the move. And clearly it's taking its toll on me, I apologise. Quarterfinals of the Champions League in our first ever run in that competition. 5th round replay of the FA Cup. Disappointed that we weren't able to win the FA Cup at all in this save, I'll be honest. Premier League winner, Carabao Cup winner. £55 million paid for Ndombele, worth every penny. Zakaria we sold for 66.5. You'll have to ask Bayern Munich whether they reckon he was worth that. But overall, I am pleased with the way that the series went. We showed marked improvement year on year on year. Yes, we could have done better in the domestic cup competitions. Yes, we could have done better in Europe. But we still made progress every single season. So overall, I'm pretty happy. With the Achieve and Leave series, this is what we'll be doing. We'll be going through and seeing all of the sides. Well, in fact, there's only 3 here. So, basically, the way the Achieve and Leave is going to work, I'll do 1 season at 1 club, and then on the final day, you guys will get the chance to vote for which of these jobs or which of these clubs I would then move to next. So, say for example, Bayern, I just applied for that job. will advance, and then I don't know how applying for jobs. I've never moved. I've never applied for a job, as far as I can remember, in a save before like that, and actually seen what happens. Currently have a job application in progress. I've absolutely no idea how that works in career mode. Manager role. Yeah, they've accepted it. So that's basically what we're going to do in the Achieve and Leave series. So that's upcoming. But for now, that's going to bring this episode, this season, this series to a close. Thank you for supporting it throughout. I know it wasn't that popular on the channel for the latter 2 seasons, which is what sparked the change in the content with the 1 month per episode, and now we're moving on to a couple of different new series with extra little bonus content thrown in there as well, the alphabet challenge, etc., which will be starting soon. But right now, that's all from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you had a very good new year. I am 14 minutes away from 2019. It is 23:46 on the 31st of December 2018. Thank you very much for watching throughout all of this year. Hopefully you'll still be here at 23:46 on the 31st of December 2019. I'll see you next time.